At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Welcome, everyone. We are in Washington County, the northwest part of the state, as your Paris Eagles travel to Farmington to take on the host team Cardinals. Lady Eagles trying to get into the winners column for the first time in the 2025 season after dropping a road game to Russellville last week. But a tough test ahead for them tonight as they take on another 5A opponent out of the 5A West in Farmington. Farmington enters the game with a record of 2-1. Wins over Huntsville and Shiloh Christian, fell to Conway 2-1 in tournament play over the weekend. We have talked at length across our broadcast and our preseason show about the difficult stretch the Lady Eagles have in non-conference play. And nothing highlights that more than this week's slate of games. Starting here Tuesday night on the road at Farmington, the Eagles will have their first official home game of the season on Thursday as they take on Van Buren before traveling to Little Rock on Saturday for Spike Fest. Always a difficult slate for that. We're about 4 minutes away from the start of this one. We will take a quick break and be back after a word from our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
22er, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22er.
Go Eagles!
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rural lending, hometown strong.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
Does Shelter Insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today. El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris. Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris.
Cardinal Arena, as we get a varsity matchup tonight with the visiting Lady Eagles of Paris and your Farmington Lady Cardinals. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please stand and remove your headgear, if able, as we first honor America with the Pledge of Allegiance. Following that will be a moment of silence and then our national anthem.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Just moments away from the start of this one, a battle of the birds between the Paris Eagles and the Farmington Cardinals.
Once again, we want to welcome all the sports fans.
We will hear the starting lineup shortly.
Player introductions for our visiting team from Paris, Arkansas, the Lady Eagles. Leading off for the Eagles, at libero, a senior, number 7, Alexa Arendano. Next, we have a sophomore, a middle hitter, number 10, Chloe Moore. Starting third will be a senior, a setter, number 12, Abby Yarnell. Starting fourth, a senior, an outside hitter, number 13, Ashton Ely. Starting fourth, a senior, a right side hitter, number 17, Addison Harrell. Next, we have a senior, an outside hitter, number 18, Rowan Patterson. And finally, a sophomore, middle hitter, number 24, Taya Thomas. Your Lady Eagles are coached by Jerry Fulmer and assisted by Sierra Zimmer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here to introduce your Farmington Lady Cardinals! Leading off for the Cardinals, a senior, playing libero, number 1, Kennedy Browning! Starting second, a junior, an outside hitter, number 2, Amy Raycon. Starting third for the Cardinals, our right side hitter, sophomore, number 3, Avery Ball. Starting fourth, a sophomore, middle blocker, number 4, Lady Brycel. Next we have a sophomore, a right side hitter, number 7, Tatum Raycon. Next for the Lady Cardinals, a junior, center, number 8, Coley Beach. Next we have a junior center, number 11, Emily Hendrick. Next for the Lady Cardinals, a sophomore, a defensive specialist, number 12, Kayla Thompson. Next for the Cardinals, a sophomore outside hitter, number 21, Emma Gore. And finally, a junior, middle blocker, number 22, Sadie Morrison. And now in her third year coaching, Kylie Moe. Assistant Coach Moe is Angie Baker, Deanna Campbell, and Haley Heskett. And team managers are Evie Hardy, Braylon Coleman, and Jonathan Trejo. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play volleyball!
There's really not enough we can say about the venue that Paris finds them in here in Farmington. Impressive facilities. It's been a really good couple of road trips to start the season with some impressive facilities. Obviously last week, launching the season in Russellville. Tonight, here on the road in Farmington. And we have heard nothing but impressive things about this Farmington club that Paris is about to take on. Some other coaches we've spoken to have gone so far as to use the term loaded to describe the athletic talent for this Farmington team. So again, a tough test here for the Lady Eagles as they try to get into the win column for the first time in the 2025 season after falling last week on the road to Russellville. That game really just kind of got away in the third set Paris won the first set, dropped the second, launched a very impressive comeback in the third set that they ultimately lost 25-23 on an attack error late. In talking with the coaches, I mean, they firmly believe, and I'm inclined to agree, that had they found a way to finish off that third set, I think they would have come away from Russellville with a victory. But it's not the way it was meant to be, and here we are about to start in Farmington as this impressive non-conference slate continues for the Eagles. Good serve to start for Yarnell. It's corralled pretty well by the Cardinals. They all send an attack that has no chance. That one heads well beyond the back line for an attack error, and the Eagles are on the board first, 1-0. Serve coming for Yarnell. Another good one, but well received by the Cardinals. They'll fake to the middle, get a good cut. Yarnell able to get a hand on it. Texan come from the back row from Ely. That's passed very well by the Cardinals. They'll get some offense to the outside down the line. That's going to be out too, just missing that back line. And a pair of Cardinals attack errors early here have given Paris a 2-0 lead. Oh, they're going to overturn that, it appears. So scratch that. And we are tied 1-1 here still in the first set. This receive will sail over the net and out of bounds. An ace for the Cardinals as they take the 2-1 lead. That plagued the Eagles last week on the road against Russellville. Too many receiving errors. This one overpassed again and stuffed down, so back-to-back points here early in this first set as the serve receive for Paris not doing themselves any favors. Cardinals lead right now 3-1, and we talked about how impressive Farmington is. Right now, Paris with some unforced mistakes to keep this one alive. Good set by Yarnell out here to Harrell, but she will swing that into the net. That's an attack error. It's actually blocked to the turf by the Cardinals. It's 4-1 Farmington. That's 4 straight by Farmington after Paris took the opening point. Serve coming from the Cardinals. This one is out. This one will not be overturned. Pretty obvious call, and it is 4-2. Last week at Russellville, Paris not able to maintain a lot of the momentum that they got in those later sets with some serving errors. We'll see if they have a better job here, and that will continue to plague them as Rowan Patterson sends that one into the net. Too many errors here early on for the Eagles. We are just underway, though, here in set 1. 5-2 the score. The host team, Farmington, leading by 3. We will see Emerson Kopp on for the first time, the senior defensive specialist. Here's a serve from the libero for the Cardinals. Right to Kopp. She puts a playable pass up. It's just going to be freed over by Arredondo, though. Played by the Cardinals. They're going to get a good swing here. Not able to get a chip block on that, and it will score a kill for Farmington as the Cardinals lead 6-2. See if the Eagles can get their footing here and serve receive early and try to find a rhythm. Good pass here by Arredondo to the outside to Ely. Ely's blocked, but it's kept alive by Comp. Yarnell tipping the second touch to the corner, but Farmington able to chase it down. They'll go to the outside tip here, played up by Arredondo. Yarnell to the middle this time to Moore. She slaps it over, can't score. Farmington the outside. This one played up well by Comp. Yarnell to Ely. She gets a good cut, and that is, they're going to call that out. A good point there defensively for the Eagles, but not able to finish it off. It is 7-2 Farmington as they continue to hold serve here. So played up by Arredondo, sailing out, took Yarnell a little bit away from her spot. Still gets good attack from the right side from Harrell, but can't score. Free ball, so an excellent opportunity here for the Eagles. Arredondo close to the net, though. That pass will go into the net. Nothing that the Eagles can do on that second touch, and it is 8-2 Farmington. Aggressive serve here, played by Comp, sailing out of bounds. Yarnell gets to it. Nobody goes for the third touch to hit it over, though. A miscommunication on the Paris side. I think we'll be getting a timeout from Coach Fulmer here. We are. We will take a break with him and be back with you for the rest of the first set here after a word from our sponsors.
Honey Tuber, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family-owned, alumni-owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Nine to 2 your score here, still early in the opening set. Paris taking on Farmington on the road here, and Eagles have not done themselves any favors here early with a few errors to start this one. They found themselves in an early 7-point hole here. Here's the serve from Farmington, and it is out. So an error against the Cardinals will break a pretty long run here early. They will break their own serve. Serve goes to Parrish now, where Chloe Moore will put it into play. This one well received by the Cardinals. They'll go to the right side. That's tipped to the net, but no one able to track it down for the Eagles, and a quick side out for Farmington, who now lead 10-3.
Entering for the Cardinals, number 7, Tatum Rakoff, and number 11, Emily Hedrick.
Team worked extensively over for the second half of last week on passing and receiving, as we see a serving error against the Cardinals. That will give Paris its 4th point of the set, but still trailing here 10-4. Here's a serve from Addison Harrell. That's going to be overpassed close to the net. Cardinals not able to play it over. Good serve for the sophomore Addison Harrell. And that will be the first time tonight that Paris has put together consecutive points. Here's Harrell again on the serve. That's a short serve, just played up by the Cardinals. They get a good set to the outside, and that was well played by Farmington. A good serve by Harrell, but Farmington able to play it up and get a good second touch on the set to the outside. And it's 11-5. Serve coming. Played up by Arredondo. This is a good receive. Yarnell the right side to Ely, aiming for that gap. Played up again by Farmington. Cardinals with some impressive defense. Yarnell there, set's going to come from Thomas, but Ely has to just free it over. So Farmington's going to get some offense here. A slide out to the right side, to the middle, moving over, and it's a kill for Farmington. We take a 7-point lead at 12-5. That's the largest lead that they've posted tonight, matching their largest lead, I should say. They first held that at 9-2. Serve coming from the Cardinals. This one played up by Comp. Good receive this time. That's set a little too close to the net. It'll send Thomas into the net.
Point, Farmington.
As Farmington takes its largest lead at 13-5. This one played up by Comp. The receive is starting to get cleaned up, it would appear, but as we see another attack error, too many self-inflicted wounds right now for the Eagles, especially taking on an opponent the caliber of these Farmington Cardinals. This one's going to be played up by the sophomore DS Patience Rogers to the right side. Ely is blocked. It's kept alive for a moment. Trying to get it over the net was Yarnell in desperation, but not quite able to keep it in play. And it is 15-5 Cardinals. Farmington taking a double-digit lead here in set 1. This one's out, and that's really been the biggest source of Paris's points so far, and this would have been errors against the Cardinals.
And for the Cardinals, number 15, Paris Walker.
In fact, the lone point that was not a Cardinals error was that serve by Addison Harrell moments ago. This is a good serve by Ely, but again, well received by the Cardinals. They'll push it to their outside down the line, and Rogers not able to play it up. And it is 16-6.
Also entering for the Lady Cardinals, number 12, Kayla Thompson.
Eagles still trying to find their footing in this one. Serve coming. Played up by Ely. Good receive this time. Yarnell the outside to Patterson. That one, again, impressive defense by the Cardinals. To their right side, this one's played up by Ely. Yarnell back to Patterson, and that one misfires. And you see there that even when Paris is able to, kind of do everything right, as they did on that point, they had a good receive, a good pass, a good set, and a pretty good hit. The defense of the Cardinals just too much. Timeout called again by Coach Fulmer and the Eagles. We'll take a quick break with them. Farmington up by 11 right now, 17-6 in the opening set. Back with you in a moment after a word from our sponsors.
Looking for a fast and friendly pharmacy? ExpressRx offers free delivery, convenient drive-through, and personalized service. We are your hometown pharmacy. ExpressRx. Come in and experience the difference.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rule ending, hometown strong.
(17-6), Farmington leading right now. And another serving error, which has been really the lone blemish for this Farmington club. 17-7, still a double-digit lead for the Cardinals as Alexa Arredondo, the senior libero, heads back to serve. This one well received by the Cardinals. To the right side now, chip to the net and played up by Arredondo. Bump set from Yarnell to Ely. That one's tipped to the net, played up by the Cardinals. They'll push to the outside this time down the line, and it'll score the kill. Arredondo not able to get there. And it is 18-7 Farmington.
Entering for the Lady Cardinals will be number 8, Holy Beach, and number 3, Avery Ball.
These self-inflicted wounds, as we said earlier, have plagued Paris, but we've also seen how impressive this Farmington team is. And again, just a little mishandled on the Paris side there. Paris not able to play it over as Farmington leads by 12. Even when Paris has managed to stay in system and get a good pass and set and hit, Farmington's defense has been able to get there. Another serving error, though, against the Cardinals. And it is 19-8. We'll see if Paris can try to get any momentum in this first set. And again, good pass set and kill on the tip from Farmington. And it is 20-8.
And now entering for the Cardinals, number 2, Amy Rykoff.
Well, not to be pessimistic in this first set, but with a 12-point deficit later in the set, it would be, almost a miracle at this point to salvage this set. If you're Coach Fulmer and the Eagles, as we see another serving error against the Cardinals, you're really looking to find some momentum. You're going to play it like you're trying to win the set. The score's not irrelevant, but another good receive by the Cardinals. They play the second ball over. It's dug out by Yarnell, and they're going to call – that's a back row attack. So the player from the back row came up and jumped past the 10-foot line. That's not allowed, and it's 20-10. We'll see if the Eagles can get some of that momentum we were just talking about. Here's Patterson on the serve. That's a good serve. It's sailing out, but it's tracked down by the Cardinals. They will get a free ball over. Paris needs to use it. Arredondo to Yarnell, out to the outside to Ely. Again, played up on a good dig by the Cardinals. They'll free it over again. Can Paris take advantage of this free ball? Yarnell, the outside. Ely take another crack at it. Tips over the block. Played it well by the Cardinals. They'll go to the outside. Good swing here, but played up by Patterson. The set is from Ely to Harrell, who tips over here. She can't score. Quickly to the middle, and it will score. Quick set there. The Cardinals will get the kill, and they lead 21-10. Despite falling behind in the scoreboard here, you're starting to see some better play from the Eagles. And we'll chalk that one up to the announcer's jinx. It's an ace for Farmington, who now lead 22-10, 3 points away from claiming the first set over Paris. Serve coming from the Cardinals. Played up by Arredondo, close to that net, but playable for Yarnell. She gets it to Ely. She's blocked, kept alive, slapped over by Moore. Not able to score. Tap coming here from the right side. It's played up by Addison Harrell. Yarnell to the outside to Ely. Standing attack, won't score. To the outside, a good swing here. Patterson able to get a touch on it, but not able to get a playable pass up, as Farmington takes its largest lead of the night at 23-10. Farmington leading by a baker's dozen here and still holding serve. This one played up by Ely. Yarnell bumps it to Arredondo. Standing attack from the back row there. It's played up by the Cardinals. They go to the outside, and it's going to score the kill. Rowan Patterson unable to play that one up. She actually was their most efficient passer in that loss last week against Russellville, and here's a set point opportunity in what's been a dominant set for Farmington. This one played up by Patterson. Yarnell bumps it back to Rowan on the attack. Played up well by the Cardinals. Quick set to the middle, and that's going to be sent back on the block from the middle, and that will do it for set one. Farmington pulling away from Paris, winning 25-10. We will take a break and be back with you for the second set of action as Paris takes on 5A Farmington on the road. Back with you after a word from our sponsors.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris.
Brandon Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3003.
Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today. El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris. Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris.
About ready to start the second set here. Hopefully better fortunes ahead for the Eagles in this one after dropping that first set 25-10. Not able to see it here on our broadcast, but we talk about how great these facilities are. Off to our left here, they have, I guess you'd call it Jumbotron, and pretty impressive production. They have stats of the players up there. Underway here in the second set. Here's a good swing by Ely, but again played up well by what's been a really great defense for Farmington tonight. And it pays off with another great swing and kill for Farmington as they take the first point of the second set and lead 1-0. Serve coming from Farmington. It's played by Ardondo. Yarnell to Ely. She taps this one over, not able to score. Farmington to the middle, and another great swing to the middle. And I think one thing you're seeing today, and you saw, I think at times last week against Russellville, Paris has played the net, not quite able to get those chip blocks. And you've got some of those high-velocity shots coming for the team. Here's a good swing by Patterson, but Farmington able to block that one, kept alive. Swing from the outside. This one is out. And it's touched, though. Get the score fixed. It is 3-0 Cardinals.
Entering for the Lady Eagles will be number 5, Danielle Harkness.
3-0 Cardinals. Here's the serve by Farmington. Pretty well received by Ely. Yarnell out to Patterson, and that is blocked. If I can editorialize here, I do think that the Eagles are playing much better, especially in terms of serve receive that broke down on them last week against Russellville. But I think what we're seeing is that this defense for Farmington is pretty otherworldly compared to what the Eagles have seen. As it's a 5-0 Cardinals lead. Definitely compared to what they saw on the court against Russellville last week. But it has not resulted in points for the Eagles. Another pretty well-received ball quickly to Moore, and she is blocked. And right now the defense, whether it's at the net or on the back row, is just too much for these Eagles. As all the things we heard about Farmington appear to be true as far as how loaded they are. And there you see really what's been the best play of the night for the Eagles, serving errors against the Cardinals, and that one will give Paris its first point of the second set. First serve of the set coming for the Eagles from Abby Yarnell, and it is in the net as the teams trade serving errors. And that also illustrates a theme we saw last week when Paris was able to break the serve of Russellville. They just killed their momentum with serving errors. And there is an ace for Farmington as it is now 8-1 Cardinals, who have been as advertised in this one. And despite the serving error and the ace we saw moments ago, well, I spoke too soon. And another ace. I think the Eagles just looking for some consistency right now in their receiving. It has been better at times. Shaky here on this last couple of points. And another ace. And not sure how long Coach Fulmer will let this go without trying for a timeout here. Serve coming. Sailing into the net. Yarnell able to corral that. Errant first touch. And there is the timeout called by Coach Fulmer. 11-1. Farmington up your score right now in the second set. Farmington already up 1-0. Back with you after a word from our sponsors.
Where you can have ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family-owned, alumni-owned, 22 brew.
Go Eagles!
As we resume play, back to serve with Farmington.
All right, it is 11-1 right now here in the second set of action between Paris and Farmington. And again, what has been the one blemish for this very impressive Farmington team has been serving errors. aggressive serving by the Cardinals. It has paid off for them, obviously. And an aggressive serve here for Rowan Patterson, and it will be an ace.
Ace by Rowan Patterson. Point, Paris.
As Paris takes both points back-to-back coming out of the timeout. Here's Patterson again on the serve. Another aggressive one. This one will sail beyond the back line. I am reminded of some philosophy in volleyball that I heard from both Coach Devine and going back to Coach K about making aggressive mistakes, which you've seen both from Farmington and on that one by Paris. This receive again, they have cleaned it up a little bit. But these first touches, just nothing that Yarnell at the setter spot can do, as they're taking her off of her spot, having her track them down. Too many that have been too close to the net. This one's pretty good. Quickly to Moore. She'll tap it over. Not able to score. This one's going to be overpassed by Arredondo back to the Farmington side. They get an errant touch, and I think this is going to be a back row attack violation against Farmington. And it is 13-4. Sophomore Chloe Moore back to serve here. Had a great run serving in that third set last week against Russellville, and that was a thunderous kill from the middle for Farmington.
Entering for the Cardinals, number 7, Tatum Rakoff, and number 11, Emily Hetrick. Now serving.
We knew this was going to be an uphill climb tonight for Paris, taking on a quality 5A opponent. You start talking about that classification, it doesn't always mean anything. It means something tonight as Patterson swings this one into the net, and Farmington leads 15-4. Certainly when you go up in classification, there's still some dregs in those classifications, but Farmington is not among them. This is a high-quality 5A opponent, and again, great defense by the Cardinals to get that one over, which I think has been the most impressive thing tonight. Here's a good swing by Ely. It'll be a blocking error against Farmington. They can't push that one back over. A rare mistake in blocking tonight for the Cardinals, who've just been incredibly impressive in all phases when it comes to their defense. Both have the net and on the back line. Here's Harkness on the serve. This one into the net. And the serving error still an issue tonight for the Eagles. She'll come out after the serve, replaced by the defensive specialist, Patience Rogers. 16-5 your score. Farmington living up to the billing. Here's the serve. Played up by Arredondo. Playable as Yarnell bumps it to Patterson. This one again played up well by the Cardinals. They're going to slap that second one over. And it will score a kill for Farmington, who now leads 17-5. This one played up by Arredondo. Yarnell to Patterson coming up. Shaky first touch, but again, Farmington just able to, and then they get an error. They're able to get impressive passes up, and even when their passes aren't clean, their setter is able to make something out of nothing, but that time not quite able to deliver. A good serve by Ely, and again, played well by Farmington. Yarnell out to Patterson. One of the first clean shots they've gotten, and a good kill for Rowan Patterson as Parrish tries to get some kind of momentum here in this one. They are still in a 10-point hole at 17-7. Here's Ely on the serve. Overpass. Thomas trying to make him pay, but again, tremendous defense by Farmington. They free it over, so a chance here. Yarnell out to Patterson again, and that one is going to be a kill as Farmington was in the net. Would have scored anyways, and a little bit of life shown by Paris here against a very, very tough Farmington team. Ely again on the serve, and this one's going to miss that back line for an error. And as we talked about earlier, These errors in serving have just quashed any momentum that the Eagles have been able to muster. But definitely some signs of improvement being shown here tonight. Yarnell out to Patterson. That's a good combination. It's another, well, it's going to be a net violation, I think, against Patterson. And a missed opportunity there for the Eagles. 19-8 your score. Here's the serve by Farmington. Played up by Rogers. Close to the net. Yarnell able to play it up. The swing by Thomas, they will say, was not touched the net. So into the net in 4 touches against the Eagles, and it is 20-8.
Back to serve will be Kayla Thompson.
Serve coming from the Cardinals. Played up by Ely. Sailing sideways, corralled by Arredondo. Tipped over by Ely. Quickly to the middle. That's tipped to the net. Played up by Rogers. Overpass, though, back to the Farmington side. They'll overpass it. And Rowan Patterson will get a great swing and catch a Cardinal on the chin there.
That kill by Rowan Patterson. Point, Paris. Back to serve will be Alexa Arredondo.
Here's the libero Alexa Arredondo on the serve. Well received by Farmington. Quickly to the middle and just untouched to the turf. That quick set to the middle has been devastating. It is 21-9.
And also number 3, Avery Ball.
This one sailing out of bounds on Ely. Yarnell tracks it down. It'll be a free ball from Rogers. We may get the quick set again. Oh, if they fake it and into the middle, and that played well by Farmington. Another untouched kill, and it is 22-9. Farmington, a very, very impressive team, as we were told they would be. And here's a serving error, which is, again, to sound like a broken record, has been really the one knock against them. Abby Yarnell is back to serve now, the senior setter for the Eagles. This one aiming for the back line, and it will sail out on Yarnell. Another serving error. And I'm sure as the week bears on here, that's going to be a big point of emphasis for the Eagles as they try to clean it up through this very difficult non-conference slate. 23-10 your score. Serve coming. Played up well by Arredondo here. To the right side to Patterson, tipping towards the gap, and she will score. Patterson's been a bright spot tonight, as the Eagles have had a lot of trouble with this front line for Farmington. 23-11 your score. Here's a serve by Patterson. Nice serve and an ace for Rowan Patterson.
That ace by Rowan Patterson. Point, Paris.
Definitely some signs of, despite the score, this is a much higher quality opponent than Russellville. As you see another serving error, which I'm sure will be the main thing that they look to clean up. But you've definitely, I think, seen some signs of improvement. Even though there have been some missteps, the serve receive has looked better. This one played up well by Ely as an example of that. She'll get the set from Yarnell, again blocked but kept alive. The right side to Harrell. And that's going to score for the sophomore Addison Harrell.
Point, Paris.
As Parrish will live to fight another point in this set. Get 24-13. See what they can drum up here in this second set. Parrish trying to find some momentum. This one clipped to the net, and it will be an ace for Chloe Moore.
Point, Paris.
Well, odds not in their favor as they're down 24-14, but it is really nice to see a lot of fight and improvement being shown in this set. This one overpassed back to the Paris side. Yarnell out to Ely. Ely's going to be blocked, but it goes out of bounds. And for the first time tonight, you're seeing a run being put on by the Eagles, as they were in a massive hole, still in quite a big hole, but a gargantuan deficit. in this second set, as a serving error will end the set 25-15. And that will end the second set. But I think some positives to take away. They got some stuff to clean up, though. We will see if Paris can take some of that momentum into the third set and try to keep this one alive. We'll be back with you in a moment for the third set between Paris and Farmington. Farmington leading 2-0. Back with you after a word from our sponsors.
22 Brew, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Looking for a fast and friendly pharmacy? ExpressRx offers free delivery, convenient drive-through, and personalized service. We are your hometown pharmacy. ExpressRx, come in and experience the difference.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rural Ending, hometown strong.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
Set 3 just about to get underway here, as Paris has run into a buzzsaw here on the road in the form of the Farmington Cardinals. Some excellent determination, though, shown in that last set. As I think it was 23-10. Actually, maybe 24-10. Paris reeled off 5 straight to post their first real run of the contest. We'll see what set 3 has in store as Abby Yarnell will get us started. Well received by Farmington. They'll go to the middle and an untouched kill. As Farmington leads 1-0. Serve coming from the Cardinals. Played it pretty well by Ely. Yarnell to the right side to Patterson. She tips over and will score. The block not effective there that time for the Cardinals, but boy, have they been special at the net tonight. Good serve here by Patterson. They will say out. That one very close, but it will be a serving error, and Farmington takes the 2-1 lead. Loping serve this time. Shaky receive. It'll be a tip shot from Ely. Easily played by the Cardinals. They'll go to the outside. This time, Blocked back, but playable for the Cardinals. They'll go quickly to the middle, tapping it over. Yarnell tracks it down. Set comes from Arredondo over to Ely, and not able to get all the way under this one. It'll be an attack error for Ashton Ely. And 3-1. You talk to coaches in the area and at Paris's level, and there's a lot of positive things said about Ashton Ely and Rowan Patterson, the two main cogs that returned from that state championship team a year ago. A testament to how good this Farmington team is, that they have largely been neutralized. As another error against Ely. They've had a tough time dealing with the Farmington block. 4-1 Cardinals here into the third set. Serve coming, played up by Comp. Yarnell over to Moore, slaps this one over, not able to score. Farmington to the right side, good swing there. And that is out. Was it touched by Harrell? They will say no. The attack error gives Paris its second point of the set.
Now serving will be Chloe Moore.
Here's Chloe Moore on the serve into the net, which I think for Coach Fulmer and Coach Zimmer, that will be one of the main things that they talk about heading into the rest of the week. Again, no rest for the weary. The Eagles have their home opener on Thursday. Obviously, Lone Oak, a benefit game we saw 2 weeks ago. Here's a serve by the Cardinals, played up by Comp. Yarnell bumps this one to Arredondo. And the libero, Alex Arredondo, scores. Kill for Arredondo, and it is 5-3. If you think they're taking a break off after playing a couple of 5A opponents, you would be wrong, as the Eagles host Van Buren on Thursday. Here's an attack on the outside, played up by Arredondo. Yarnell pushes out to Ely. Ely aiming this one, played up well by the Cardinals. They'll attack this one into the net. And it is 5-4. Still very, very close here in the early stages of this third set. Addison Harrell, well received by the Cardinals to the outside. Good swing here, and it will split Harrell and Arredondo, who just cannot get to that one, and it is 6-4 Farmington. So Van Buren on Thursday, like we talked about, and then on Saturday, the Eagles make the trip to Little Rock for their annual competition in Spike Fest. Overpass ball punished there by Farmington. We take a 7-4 lead here. Still the early going here in set 3. And they will see much the same level of competition at Spike Fest as they have seen here in this early season slate against Russellville. Farmington, as we get a kill from the right side for Ashton Ely. Really good to see her get something going here, as the block for Farmington has really stymied Ely throughout this one. Good serve this time by Ely, but again, really good receive by Farmington. This one's blocked, but Farmington keeps it alive, bumping it to the right side. This one played up by Arredondo. Yarnell out to Patterson. Good chance here, and Rowan Patterson delivers the kill on the assist from Abby Yarnell. Paris within a point at 7-6. Serve coming from Ely. Nice serve. Just gets over the net. An ace for Ashton Ely. And we are tied 7-all here. Ely, another aggressive serve. It's the shakiest receive we've seen from Farmington all night. Barely get the attack off. Quickly to Thomas. She is blocked, kept alive by Arredondo. Yarnell bumps it to Patterson down the line. Another kill for Owen Patterson, and Paris has the lead 8-7. Here's Ely again on the serve. Another aggressive serve. This one into the net. We talked about making those aggressive mistakes if you're going to make a mistake, and that's kind of what we mean. Some aggressive serving from Ely. Had an ace, was able to keep Farmington largely out of system in that run. And we have an 8-all tie here to show for it. Shaky received this time by the Eagles. They'll still get an attack off here from Arredondo. Shaky pass by Farmington. They will send a free ball over. Arredondo to Yarnell, out to Patterson. Slaps this one over, but Farmington right there for it. They're going to get to the outside. Tip to the net. First good chip block we've seen all night. There's a tip shot from Patterson, not going to score. Farmington to the right side. That tips to the net, throws off Arredondo. It'll be a kill for Farmington, who quickly retake the lead at 9-8. Serve coming from the Cardinals. This one played up by Arredondo. Yarnell to aiming that one for Ely, but some miscommunication this time. Not a great set by Farmington, but able to adjust in the air. She just kind of hung up there and found the gap for a kill. And Farmington leads 10-8. This one played up by Ely. Yarnell back to Ely, coming up from the back row. And I don't know if that was blocked or just into the net, but either way, it'll be a Farmington point. And the Cardinals have scored the last four, after Paris had taken an 8-7 lead. Free ball sent over this time by Farmington. And some miscommunication again. Free ball sent over. Nobody called for that one. A couple of players collide. Tip shot here. Not going to score. Rogers there for the Eagles. Yarnell to Patterson, slapping this one in the corner, but tracked down by the Cardinals. They'll tip it over. Yarnell to Moore. Got that one on the downswing, but able to get a good attack off. There's an attack blocked by the Eagles, and a joust to the net is won by the sophomore Chloe Moore. And I got to fix our score here. The score officially in the stadium says 10-10. So we will post that. Serve coming from Arredondo. A little shaky, but again, a good set. I don't think that one was touched. It was not. 4 touches against the Cardinals, and that will give Paris an 11-10 lead. And we will see. I mean, this has been a competitive third set, and this coming after Farmington pretty well mowed down the Eagles in the first 2 sets, and an ace on the ensuing point for the Eagles. That one coming from the senior libero, Alexa Arredondo, and Paris leads 12-10. Arredondo on the serve, and this one out.
Out of bounds, point, Farmington.
We will be talking with Coach Fulmer tomorrow as part of our coaches show. We'll have Coach Fulmer in the morning. You can also expect, obviously, the football coaches show tomorrow evening, live from the dig. And we'll have an ace here as Ely not able to receive that one cleanly. And we're tied 12-all. I'm sure it'll be a little bit of a mixed bag from Coach Fulmer. You know, we'll see if Paris can mount a comeback here as we get a good swing and a kill from Rowan Patterson. You know, you just never know. It's the great thing about volleyball. Even though Paris, you know, got walloped in that first set, you get a little bit of momentum. It means a lot. I mean, they are not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Here's Yarnell on the serve. One played decently well by Farmington. The back row, and that's going to be an error beyond the back line as Paris leads by a couple here, 14-12. We're in the middle stages, getting deeper into this third set, and Paris holding a lead here. This one pretty well received by Farmington to the outside. That one's going to be blocked, but it'll go out of bounds off the hands of the Paris blockers. Point Farmington. It is 14-13. Paris still leading by 1. Serve coming from the Cardinals. Shaky receive. It'll actually be an ace. Ashton Ely not able to get that one to her setter. And it is 14-all. And another bit of a shank. Able to be tracked down by Yarnell, enough to get a good attack from Patterson, but Farmington's defense too much, but then they will send it into the net for an attack here, and Paris will retake the lead 15-14.
Now serving will be Roland Patterson.
I think it would mean a lot, regardless as to how the rest of this went, if Paris was able to take a set off of Farmington as Patterson sends it into the net.
Point, Farmington.
But given how difficult this opponent is, and we cannot stress that enough, the quality of this Farmington team, the talent on this Farmington team that Paris is up against tonight. Low pass from Patterson. There'll be a free ball from Arredondo here, aiming for the corner. Questionable one played up. The second touch played over by Farmington. Ely trying to take advantage of it, but not able to convert, and Farmington takes the lead 16-15. Regardless, you have seen a lot of improvement from the Eagles tonight as opposed to a week ago in that loss to Russellville. Yarnell to Patterson. And that one again, great defense by the Cardinals to the right side, aiming for the gap. Yarnell tracks it down, hitting backwards. He's going to have to take a desperation free ball here from Yarnell. And a chance for a quick offense to the middle, and that's pretty much where Farmington's going to go. That free ball is punished by the Cardinals, and Farmington leads 17-15. Timeout called by Coach Fulmer as this is a gettable set for Paris. We will take a quick break during the timeout and be back with you after a word from our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
A winnable set right now in set 3 for Paris, but they trail 17-15. Here's the serve from the Cardinals. Played up by Moore. Yarnell to the back row to Patterson. That's tipped to the net, kept alive by Moore. Yarnell out to Ely. Good chance here. She's blocked, kept alive though by Arredondo. Yarnell to Patterson coming up. She will tip. Played up by the Cardinals. They go to the outside. Good swing here. This one though is going to go out of bounds. And some aggression, some good defense will pay off for the Eagles, who take that point and pull within one here as we're deep into the third set. 17-16, Farmington still leading. Parrish now holding serve, though. It's Chloe Moore. She'll put it in play. And nearly an ace. Farmington not quite able to get it up, but, man, did they come close. Now, what would have been a very impressive play. Not able to get it over. And we're tied, folks, 17-all here in set 3. Here's Moore on the serve. Shaky receive. Farmington, tough time tracking it down. They'll get the free ball off. Paris got a good opportunity here to the right side to Harrell. Harrell's blocked, though. Back to the turf for a Farmington point as the Cardinals quickly reclaim the lead 18-17.
And number 11, Emily Hendrick, who will now be serving.
Serve coming from the Cardinals, played up by Patterson. Yarnell back to Patterson. She'll tip this one over, not able to score. Sky set there to the right side. Tip the net kept alive. Set comes from Thomas. It's going to be a tip here from Harrell. Easily played. Probably getting the quick one there to the middle. That's what it is. It's actually to the outside. Point Farmington, and that quick set has been absolutely devastating. Farmington does a phenomenal job of taking advantage of those free balls. 19-17 your score here. Still a winnable set. Not a great first touch here. They still get a tip shot here from Patterson, and they are going to call a double against Rowan Patterson. That's a killer, as it gives Farmington a late 3-point lead. As it is 20-17. And an ace, just some kind of misread or miscommunication on that one. As it caught Parrish just kind of frozen on that one. 21-17 your score. Patterson's going to come off, replaced by the defensive specialist, Emerson Comp. She will get a good receive here. Yarnell out to Ely. That's tipped to the net, sent back over by Farmington. Arredondo bumps it to Ely this time, aiming for the gap. Tracked down on a dig by Farmington. They'll free it over. We'll see if Paris can take advantage. Yarnell out to Ely, tipped to the net, and it falls for a point. Kill there for Ashton Ely, and it is 21-18. Paris still trailing by 3 here late in a potentially decisive third set. Addison Harrell on the serve, the sophomore. Impressive receive with one hand there. They'll get a good set to the outside, and it will score. And Farmington leads 22-18.
Entering for the Lady Eagles will be number 4, Patience Rogers.
Eagles with 2 defensive specialists on the back row to go along with the libero, Alexa Arredondo, as Patience Rogers had checked in. It'll be a serving error, though, against Farmington. And we'll see a substitution now as Comp comes off, replaced by Patterson, who comes back in. Ely on the serve. Loping shot's going to be an ace for Ashton Ely. And Paris pulls within a pair of points right now at 22-20. Defensive substitution made for Farmington. Here's Ely on the serve. It's an ace for Ashton Ely. It's 3 straight for the Lady Eagles, and they are within a point. And it will draw the first time out of the night from Farmington. We'll be back with you in a moment for the conclusion of this exciting third set between Paris and Farmington after a word from our sponsors.
Twenty-two Brew, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family-owned, alumni-owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
Looking for a fast and friendly pharmacy? ExpressRx offers free delivery, convenient drive-through, and personalized service. We are your hometown pharmacy. ExpressRx, come in and experience the difference.
Paris has a great opportunity to extend this match here late in the third set, trailing by 1, 22-21. Good receive by Farmington, and it will be a kill.
That kill by Emma Gore. Point Farmington.
As it's 23-21.
Entering for the Cardinals.
This is a very important serve receive coming up here for the Lady Eagles. Down by 2 very late here in this potentially decisive third set. And it's going to be an ace. That off the hands of the defensive specialist, Rogers. And here's your ball game. 24-21. Match point upcoming for Farmington, who can take this one in straight sets. Serve coming. Nearly overpass. Yarnell to Patterson. Slaps this one over, not able to score. Farmington to the right side, standing attack. Arredondo there. Good opportunity here for Paris. Yarnell out to Patterson. Patterson able to get the kill, shanked into the stands off the hands of Farmington, and Paris will live to fight another point here, 24-22. Arredondo to serve here. A serving error will end the game. Here is Arredondo. Low pass here from Farmington. They slap it over, played up by Ely. Yarnell out to Patterson, tipping over the block, but Farmington right there for it. Quick set to the middle, and that's it. I did call that quick set to the middle before it happened because that has just been what they've had, and that point for Farmington will end this one. But you have to like the fight shown by the Lady Eagles, as we will keep it right here. Farmington winning this one in straight sets. But after Parrish looked pretty wildly overmatched in that opening set, they found a lot of fight in that second set. They ended up dropping that one 25 to 20, or 25 to 15, excuse me, and then took some of that momentum into this third set that just concluded moments ago. No one's going to feel good after dropping a match in straight sets, regardless of the opponent, but this was a much, much more difficult opponent than the Eagles played last week at Russellville. And a lot of those mistakes that you saw last week in that loss to Russellville looked better tonight. There are a lot of positives to build on after tonight, regardless of the outcome and the score. And, you've heard Coach Fulmer talk about it. We've talked about it on the broadcast. You play this tough non-conference schedule to get ready for conference play, and certainly nobody in the Eagles conference will match the ability of Farmington or Russellville, for that matter, and likely will not match the intensity that we will see Thursday night when the Eagles host Van Buren in their home opener, their official home opener of the season, where they will try to get again into the win column. Eagles falling to 0-2 in the young season, falling tonight in straight sets to Farmington. But signs of improvement for a team that's having to replace an awful lot of figures from last year's state championship team. Eagles will be off tomorrow. We will see if they're able to correct some of these mistakes before Thursday, but a lot of positives tonight. We will be with you on Thursday for that contest against Van Buren. We hope that you will join us for that one. If you cannot make the game in person, please make the game in person if you can. Again, the home opener for the Lady Eagles, their first home game of the 2025 volleyball season. Join us for that one if you can't make the game. And, of course, Friday night, the Eagles football team, I should say, will host Lavaca. Paris winning in impressive fashion 27-0 against Waldron last Friday to open their season. So 1-0 on the young year are the football Eagles. A lot of exciting fall sports ahead, and we'll be with you for all of the action here on this broadcast brought to you by the Eagle Foundation. That will do it for tonight. Signing off, I'm Josh Reinhardt. Thank you for joining us. Be with us again throughout the week. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic evening.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused